Okay. Well, I am currently going to play my first year, or first game of freshman year in college, as part of the Arizona
And
Wildcats.
welcome, college basketball fans. This is where you want to be, right here on 2K Sports. Some great action ahead, and we're happy to have you here along with us for the ride. Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We'll see the Louisville Cardinals and Arizona.
There is no feeling like a packed house on a college campus. You can just feel the electricity in the air as two major colleges go head-to-head on the hardwood.
And even though this game isn't a must-have game, it feels like a tournament game, a one-and-done type situation. Both of these programs know that a win here could be huge for them as they get ready to make a run in March.
On the court right now for the Cardinals, they've got Harrell. Rozier's out there with Sanders. Then it's White, and it's Mack in at the 5 down low.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as a skill set.
And with Arizona, you know they're going to be competitive year in and year out. They do a great job of recruiting, and they always seem to feel the team ready to make a deep run in the tournament. Just a very consistent program.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Here's Edwards. Again, Arizona.
Wow. What a first half it's been thus far here for Freak. This is why so many think he'll be a star at the next level.
And you can take all the measurements and do all the data analytics you want to, but all it takes is one half of watching Freak play when he's hot like this to know stardom is in his future.
Here's White following the basket by Freak. There's a screen. Kicks it to Sanders. A 3-ball. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
He kicks to Mack. Again, the Cardinals score.
Really nice way to get your first bucket of the day.
Now Arizona with it. They trail by 1. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. To the inside. Here's Edwards. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Nice, accurate pass right into the middle.
Freak's gone 4 of 5 shooting from the field. And it's a completely new group for Arizona. Here's Rozier on the court right now for the Cardinals. We've got Sanders. White is out there with Harrell, and it's Mack in at the 5. Screen by Sanders. The dish to White. Some nice passing by Louisville here. Rozier the pass to Mack. Just 5 on the clock. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
Here's Edwards. That one a little long.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
Here's Mack. He's got 8. Here's Harrell. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
What
Edwards
reaching?
against White from deep.
Oh,
Here's Mitchell. Johnson kicks to Lawson. Hollis Jefferson passes to Johnson. To the middle. Here's Mitchell. Here's Lawson. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
The defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second.
And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
Guys, we had a tight game through the first half. I think we'll see more of the same coming out of the break.
And it's just going to take one big run for one of these teams to establish control. If Freak can get hot, his team has a great chance of coming away with the victory.
Edwards in at center. Mitchell is out there with Hollis Jefferson. Then it's Johnson, and it's Lawson in at the point. And for Louisville, Carroll is out there with White. Then there's Sanders, and it's Mack in at the 5, roaming the paint. Carroll, that's good.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
To the inside, here's Edwards. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And, you know, with Freak, you can see with his combination of size and movement why people are so high on him at the next level. I mean, there is no ceiling to how good he can be.
It just isn't very often that you have a big man as polished as Freak. There are a lot of guys his size and a lot of players who are as skilled as he is.
What?
But it is rare to have it all.
Oh, my
in one
God.
play. And guys, over the years, Louisville has had a reputation of being a high-flying offense. You know they'll play at a high tempo.
You've
and
gotta
create
be
a lot of
freaking
chances.
kidding me.
It's just what has worked for the program for so long.
Greg, you said a moments ago, Louisville, a team that can get up and down the floor with great ease on both ends. They like to be Clark the aggressor in every situation.
Well, Kevin, you're right. They've always been able to recruit tremendous talent. Not only skilled, but athletic players, too. And it's hard to think of a Louisville team that doesn't get up and down quickly.
He dishes it to Mitchell. Johnson outside. Lawson outside. Here's Edwards. Puts the move on, and there's the 3-second violation.
really? You've got to be kidding me. I couldn't do anything.
Early comes in for Harrell.
Oh, my
and it's
God.
Price in for Rozier. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Edwards, he's in at center. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Mitchell. Then it's Johnson, and it's Lawson in at the point. Hughes kicks to Harrell. A shake. The shot is off. Great D that time from Edwards. Johnson outside to take the lead. Edwards can't hit, so it's Louisville now. And there's the pass to Mack. It's hauled in by Arizona. Lawson outside. Over to the wing. Here's Edwards. Sinks it.
Well, so often you can forget that these
Taking the lead.
I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
White, he's checked in for the Cardinals. Sanders comes in for Price. Here's Mack. Money.
Clutch shot
Oh my
right
God,
there.
it
That could be
wouldn't
the
do
difference maker.
anything.
Indeed, it might be a big, huge moment in this game right there.
Pass to Edwards. Outside for Lawson. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Goes back up. Edwards can't hit. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And here are the Cardinals. They lead by 1. And they go to the intentional foul. And he commits the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
And the perfect time to be perfect at the line. Only a 3 can tie it now.
Lawson dishes to Freak. And Sanders pulls it down.
God dang it.
Great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an
Stop
automatic
fouling
shot.
them. Oh my God.
And he comes up empty, missing the first of the 1-and-1.
And a chance here to send it to overtime.
Got to see the 3 and be the 3 if that's going to happen.
So we see the Cardinals get the win here. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin,
What?
this is the kind of win you have to take.
Oh my God, you've got to be freaking kidding me. We lost? I'm pissed. I am so pissed. See, that's perfect. Right on the line, and yet it... Okay, time.
Hi, everyone. A pleasure to have you join us here tonight. College basketball is in the air, and we are right in the midst of all the action. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It's Arizona and the Michigan Wolverines.
And you know, guys, we go back many years broadcasting college games, and it never gets old. Every big-time player makes a name for themselves at the college level, and we could see that again on display here tonight.
Well, with a guy like Freak suiting up, you know that there are going to be scouts watching his every move, but you look at the roster of both of these teams, and they're really loaded with talent.
A look at Arizona's starting group. Edwards, he's in at center. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Mitchell. Then it's Johnson, and it's Lawson in at the point guard position. Screen by Smith. Jones drives in.
And you look at the long list of former players from the University of Michigan. A lot of big-name NBA players got their start as Wolverines. It's been that way for a long time.
And that one misses.
Boy, Arizona has had a lot of outstanding players in the NBA at all positions. For a while, they were known as a guard factory, and rightly so. Plenty of the outstanding guards have played in Wildcat jerseys.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Johnson. Here's Edwards. And it's Michigan with the rebound.
You've got to be kidding me.
It's three on the fast break. It's tipped. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance.
Oh, my God.
That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary.
And you know what? That man can... a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And Greg, you can see it in his game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes.
You got to be kidding me!
Playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
Here's Jones. Beautiful dish.
Oh my God.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
The dish now to Freak. Can't make good off the pick.
Boy, it's been tough for Freak here in the first half. Not sure why he's been so slow out of the gate, but you can see he's not himself.
And guys, with the production...
No, I wonder why not.
He's going to see a lot of different looks defensively, and it seems to be throwing him off just a bit. Hopefully, he'll be able to relax a bit and just let the game come to him.
And it's a completely new group for Arizona. So Michigan ends up going with the new group.
Wow. They've doubled
The
our score.
Wolverines leading by 8. Now for the Arizona Wildcat program, they didn't really become the force it is today until the 80s. Since then, Greg, Arizona has been a big player in the conference.
How about having a string of conference titles, 14 in total, all coming since 1986.
On the court for Michigan, we've got Flash. Ellis is out there with Jefferson, and it's Smith, and it's Banks, and at the 2 spot.
You know, they'll want to generate more of those shots in tight, guys.
Here's Flash. Lawson defending. Here's Smith. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound.
And for the Wildcats, arguably their best years were in the late 90s and early 2000s. In 1997, they won their lone college championship. A lot of trips to the Final Four around that time, too.
Up top, Edwards. From deep three-point range, they get it again. Hollins laid in with a nice touch off the...
Oh, no. Bad time to slip up there, Kevin. They got to stay focused.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
Okay,
And
it wasn't
Arizona
on
has
me.
been on the upswing in recent seasons, though. They continue to come into the tournament as a high seed and win their conference. This could be the start of kind of a second golden age for the program.
The Wolverines making a switch here. Crawford's checked in. The Wolverines leading by 6. Here's Flash. Screen by Smith. Crawford kicks to Smith. And once again off the mark by Michigan. Edwards with it. There's 1:17 left in the first half. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And he's just going all out to get the second chance points. Just a terrific finish.
There was no one that was going to prevent MGA from converting that one.
Well, clearly this is the kind of game that could come down to 1 or 2 plays, and he wants to be the guy to make those plays.
Here's Flash. Back to Smith. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Lawson. Inside. Up it goes, and the Wolverine lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Edwards.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Here is Lawson. 23 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Goes up on the wing. Edwards can't hit.
And honestly,
You can't make a freaking three.
Shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Smith dishes to Jefferson. It's deflected. And it's out of bounds. The Wolverines able to retain possession here.
Okay, same story. I made my guy wait
And the
today.
second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
And guys, without a doubt, it's been a rough go so far here for Freak and his team. They just can't find anything to capitalize on consistently thus far.
And Greg, I'm anticipating plenty of adjustments from the coach. But I tell you what, when it comes down to what happens in the second half, it's about the players executing. A few quick baskets right out of the gate, and it's anybody's game.
Taking a look at Arizona. Edwards in its center. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Mitchell. Then it's Johnson, and it's Lawson in at the point guard. Crawford, no luck.
Guys, it's almost impossible to think about Michigan basketball and not think of the Fab Five. I mean, one of the most storied recruiting classes ever. They were dominant in their tenure here at Michigan.
Here's Lawson. His first attempt of the game finds the target. Here's Flash. Crawford outside. Pass to Flash. Screen by Ellis. Down low. Here's Smith, and it's blocked.
Oh.
Now here's Lawson. And the pass to Edwards. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. Lawson's got his third assist on the night.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Screen by Smith. Fades away. Ellis can't get it to go.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on it, they expect him to make it.
Lawson outside. Hollis Jefferson passes to Edwards, and it's going to be a 3-second call.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
And Michigan has possession. They got Taylor. Flash out there with Wright. And it's Crawford at the 2-guard spot. And Roberts kicks to Johnson. Down low. Here's Edwards.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to
Yes.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth from that foul. Stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Wolverines.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going and you just want to keep it going.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone shooting, but you can be in a zone passing the basketball, and we've seen that tonight as well.
And Arizona making a change here. Lawson's checked in. Here's Wright. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
It's stolen by Taylor.
What? Did you freaking see that? All they did was bunch up around me.
And now here's Banks, the fast
That's
break
some bull.
opportunity. Pass to Flash.
Double team
He
him.
feeds it to Taylor. Wright, left side. Michigan moving it around. Taylor attacking. That's tipped. They get it back. Wright dishes to Taylor. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
What contact? I didn't have any contact.
And they now
Hey.
lead as the free throw drops for him. Michigan making some changes. Smith comes in for Wright, and it's Ellis in for Banks. And Taylor drops them both.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half has been nothing but success for them there.
Yeah, taking full advantage from the charity stripe. They've yet to miss here in the second.
Down low, here's Edwards. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Freak's got it all tied up now for Arizona.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
They're all about imposing your will
I swear, if they
offensively,
bench me.
getting exactly the kind of
They
looks
bench me.
their coach drew up.
Put me in, coach. Oh, I am in. Okay, good.
1:49 left to play here in the second half. Flash passes to Smith. And it's blocked by Edwards. And he's able to get it back.
Nice.
Lawson kicks to Johnson. The feed now to Mitchell. It's Lawson, top of the key. To the paint. It's thrown by Taylor. Here's Flash. Crawford, no one around him. Bangs home the trifecta.
They got a 3?
And Michigan
Damn
leads
it.
by 3.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture. Clutch.
Feeds it to Freak. He tries for three. Crawford with the rebound.
We're gonna lose again.
58 seconds left in the second half of basketball. Here's Smith. Shoots from the baseline. The shot is off. So Arizona will take it the other way. Here's Johnson. Count it.
Nice.
At one of the more crucial moments of the game.
How about the cool, collected way in which he delivered it?
Flash passes to Smith. 32 seconds left in the second half.
Fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
Lawson outside. He kicks it to Freak to take the lead. Great defense.
You've got to be kidding!
Go to the intentional foul.
Oh, what? Really?
To stop the clock. That's
God
the
damn
enemy
it.
in this situation.
And
Oh.
you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early
Oh
game
my
free
God,
throws in terms
we're
of
gonna
making-
fucking lose.
So it gets them both, and it's a three-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points split.
For three, Lawson buries the triple.
Yes!
And, oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
Boy!
8 seconds left here in the second half. Six seconds left to play here in the second half.
They ran that inbound play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
Oh, that's had a chance, but
You gotta be kidding.
and so it's Michigan.
Why'd you intentionally foul?
It was a fun night of basketball.
Oh my God.
But they continued to wait out
I'm
until the
pissed
very last
again.
moment to seal.
Yep, and it might not be the way.
It's because my guy's too freaking big. He moves so slow.
But these fans love it.
For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew thanking you for tuning in.
Pissed. So pissed. My draft, I'm gonna be unwanted. If I can't make a three-pointer, I can't do anything. And of course, I have 0 BC to be able to put any upgrades in.
We have in store for our new season. NBA 2K17, The Prelude is out now, and 2K TV has all the details. Plus, find out what we have in store for our new season. NBA 2K17, The Prelude is out now, and 2K TV has all the details.
We're gonna get our asses kicked by the Kansas Jayhawks.
Thanks for joining us, and hello, college basketball fans. We've got a great night ahead and a couple outstanding teams going at it. We're going to have the pleasure to watch. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We've got the Kansas Jayhawks and Arizona.
And guys, there's just nothing quite like a packed house for a college hoop game. You hear the student section rocking and the band playing. This is pure basketball.
Greg, there's a unique energy and vibrancy with college basketball that is unique. I mean, when you get two high-profile teams meeting up with future stars making a name for themselves, I think it just adds to the excitement.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Kansas Jayhawks. We've got Oubre, and it's Lee in at the point.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop-chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
And so here's Kansas. Arizona getting their last shot to go. Terry, the pass to Duncan. Fires from the wing. The shot no good. So Arizona will take it the other way.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
Now here's Lee. To the wing on the left. Duncan dishes to Gaines. Look at that jam.
Damn it.
I mean, just beautiful.
That was on me.
Come on, fella. Power it down. That dunk was redunculous.
There was absolutely nobody that was going to get in the way of that.
And not when he's coming in with that kind of force. Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strip to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
Arizona shooting their first free throw of the game right now. So both teams making some changes here.
And Kansas always seems to be in title contention. I mean, the program does a great job of finding tough players and having a system that fits them best. Rarely are they not a title contender.
Shots good by Dedmon.
Really nice way to get your first bucket of the day.
The feed to Freak. Rebound by Gaines.
Really?
Arizona on D. It's a three-point game. Oubre with it. Williams picks him up. Here's Dedmon. Goes to the reverse layup and claps it in. Dedmon's got his second basket of the night.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Here is Edwards. Arizona moving the ball around. And so it looks like Arizona
You got
will retain
what?
possession here.
He touched it.
A super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out
Really?
for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them
my God.
get the advantage.
I swear.
It's a completely new group
Okay.
for Arizona. Arizona leading by 6. And so in the game for the Jayhawks, they've got Boss. He's out there with Oubre. And it's Gaines in at the center, locking down the middle.
You know, you hear about the once-in-a-generation player, and Freak just might be that for his generation. Big men can be most impactful on the floor, and boy, does he change a game.
That is what's so great about Freak. Even when he isn't scoring, you can see his presence on the floor. That is what great big men do. You can see how special of a player this kid has a chance to become.
Landry kicks to Edwards. Shoots a three. Tries again. Hollins can't get it to go.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that. Wow. And what a first half it's been thus far here for Freak. This is why so many think he'll be a star at the next level.
And you can take all the measurements and do all the data analytics you want to, but all it takes is one half of watching Freak play when he's hot like this to know stardom is in his future.
Kept alive. Second chance shot. And that's 2 points on the layup. Collins has got the lead up to 8 now for Arizona.
They've done their part here to run down a lot of missed shots. A solid rebounding effort.
Yeah, energy has been the difference, and they're fighting for every loose ball and giving as good as they get on the inside.
Now here's Jenkins. There's the pick. Clock at 6. Lots of room. Landry grabs the miss.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. Outside Landry. Out left to the wing. Lawson from outside. And he gets it to go. Lawson's got a pair of triples in the second now for Arizona. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Arizona leads by 11.
Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, we got 56, got 9 rebounds, 7 assists. We got 7 points, 1 rebound. I got it. Okay.
And we welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
And while there is a little bit of distance between the two teams, one big run could close the gap in a hurry.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. In order to hold on to this lead, they'll need to keep going to Freak to get things working for them offensively. His play in the second half of this game, critical.
Edwards in at center. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Mitchell. Then it's Johnson, and it's Lawson in at the 1. And for Kansas, they've got Duncan, and it's Terry in at the power forward.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
And for Arizona, Edwards, he's in at center. Mitchell is out there with Hollis Jefferson. Then it's Johnson, and it's Lawson in at the point.
He had his head on a swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And here's Arizona now. Passes it to Johnson. Feeds to Freak. On the money from 12 feet away. Freak's got 13.
Defense just not strong enough to throw him off his shot there. Sometimes it takes a little more effort to defend him down low.
And so in the game for the Jayhawks, Oubre out there at Frazier. Then there's Duncan. Then it's Williams. And it's Gaines in at the center position.
Seems to me as though they've kicked it into another gear here. I love the way they're moving the ball around now. Everybody's touching it, and everybody's ready to pass and catch and shoot.
As far as jump shots go, that's what you have to continue to try and get.
I don't know how that one stayed out.
Great move to get to the rim. I think they're going to take the aggressive approach down the stretch.
Freak kicks to Lawson. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Lewis checked in for Arizona. Mitchell comes in for Edwards. Kansas also making some changes. Terry's checked in, and Daniels. 51 seconds left to play in the second half. Lee kicks to Terry. On the left block. Hit the tip. Great positioning on the putback.
Our guy had the hand on it.
Good job there of getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
And, you know, those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes as much as any single play in the game.
Yeah, and you can't allow
bullshit that they were able to block.
Continue to beat you in that manner on the backboard.
Here is Gaines. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
How about this run?
40 seconds left, and they've caught up to us.
Tying it up, or maybe even taking the lead.
It's been an unreal turnaround, and I give a lot of credit to the defense right along with what they did on offense, because the defense actually gave them the spark they needed.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. 11 feet away. It falls.
Boy, what a pressure bucket that was.
Greg, now that's coming through in the clutch.
And the Jayhawks making a change here. Duncan's checked in. We've got 28 seconds left here in the second half. And a wide open look for Lee. Buries it. And that shot brings them to within just one.
And the hot shooting continues.
Yeah, along with the lack of defense we've seen, Greg, neither team really expending much energy when it comes to protecting the basket either. It's been all offense all the time.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basket.
I agree.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
He's just going to do that for 8 seconds, or 19 seconds.
And he drops the first one, and he can gather himself now and try to make it 2 in a row. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Those were pressure-packed free throws, and he looked as cool as he could be. So big to give them that 3-point lead.
Here's Gaines. Great D that time from Edwards.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not...
Not at all.
Obre.
It's considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Woo! Let's go.
Second one is
Nice.
good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
Here's Oubre. A 3-pointer off the mark. So Arizona wins it. It was a fantastic
Finally, I win a game.
Great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, and they got pushed down the stretch, but they did what they needed to do and held their ground when it mattered most and got the W.
For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin
Greg
Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew,
Anthony.
thanking you for tuning in.
Badgers. Let's go. Late first. Baylor, and Wisconsin.
And this is where it's at, folks. The college tournament ends here tonight. For one team, the joy of a lifetime will be achieved. And there's no doubt going to be some incredible action all along the way. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We'll see the Wisconsin Badgers and Arizona.
Kevin, this is the night where we are going to see some intense basketball. High energy, lay it all out on the line for college hoops.
What?
Everything these young players have
How was he out of
worked for their
bounds?
entire life comes down to this exact moment.
And you can bet, Clark, that each and every player here tonight feels the importance of this game like no other in their lives, really. A big key in coming through in a big game like this is how well you can compose yourself. How do you handle the pressure of the big stage? We'll find out soon enough which of these teams has the ability to harness all of that raw energy and focus on
Really?
getting the
You
job
can just
done.
score a 3
And
like that.
Wisconsin looking at who they've got. We've got Kaminsky. Atkins is out there with Hill. Then it's Decker, and it's Evans in at the 4-man position.
And not many people know this, but the Badgers do have one college title in their trophy case. Won the tournament back in 1941. A different time back then, but a title nevertheless.
And
Oh
with
my
any
God.
championship game, you know
Another
that
guy
every
that's
player's
7
gonna
foot.
have their heart racing for the first few minutes. That's just natural. That's adrenaline. They'll need to remain calm, though, and let the game come to them and kind of ease into it.
And one guy, guys, I'll keep an eye on in this one is Freak.
Oh,
He is
boy.
a consummate leader for his team. He can come out strong and play his game while keeping his intensity level up. It'll be just what they need to claim the title.
And for that 1941 title you mentioned, Greg, for the Badgers, it was actually their first invitation to the college tournament, Clark.
How about that for a first impression?
not bad.
Not too bad at all. Prior to their recent run of success, that was their lone bright spot as a program.
Edwards, that's good.
And he'll take it right into the teeth of the D without thinking twice about it.
Arizona on D. Hill with it. Here's Hawkins. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
I mean, even from
What?
over here, you can
Contact.
see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
Badgers shooting their first free throws of the game right now. And it's a completely new group for Arizona.
Okay. I can dig it.
Here's Fisher and Wisconsin looking at who they've got. Fisher is out there with Peyton. Then it's Decker, and it's Walker in at the 4. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet. Hollis Jefferson's got his first points of the game. Wisconsin trails by 4. The dish now to Decker. Fisher up top. Lawson defending. Out to Wade. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Arizona. Expanding his range.
Oh,
Arizona.
boy.
As we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSOL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a 4-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one. But this is a different animal than high school. Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Lawson dishes to Hollins. Landry gets to Edwards. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
Walker is screen on Lawson. Fisher, the pass to Walker. Here's Wade. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
When? Oh my God.
Really
When did they
nothing
pass
like
it?
a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Yeah,
What a journey
get
it has
out.
been really for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him, but what a story.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level.
So Wisconsin ends up going with the new group. Wisconsin trails by 8. Hawkins kicks to Evans. There's a good screen. Dishes it to Conley. Cannot hit. So Arizona will take it the other way. And here is Goodwin. .32 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
What?
Lewis checked in for Arizona.
Yep. It's halftime.
And welcome back. We're just about ready to get going with the second half of a historical championship game. For those just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan, pleased to be alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony as we get set to watch how the college basketball season will end.
And in a championship game like this one, guys, you would have expected a close battle. I don't think either side is going to be able to run away and hide in this one.
And, Greg, tight games like this are where legends are born. I mean, if a player like Freak can come up huge in this final half of play, he'll anchor himself in school history as one of the greats to ever play the game.
Edwards in at center. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Mitchell. Then it's Johnson, and it's Lawson in at the point guard. And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. They've got Decker. Hill is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Kaminsky, and it's Evans in at the 4.
And, guys, one big story that we have in this championship game is that a guy like Freak could boost his draft stock quite a bit. A win here could catapult him up the big boards of a lot of teams.
And, you know, while it's just one game, scouts will get a chance to see how he plays on the big stage. Knowing the player is at his best when the lights are brightest is a big plus in GM's books.
Hawkins passes to Evans. And it's sent back by Mitchell. They retain possession. And there's going to be a foul. He definitely made contact with the ball, and in doing so also got the body, so we'll see free throws here.
What?
The Badgers making a switch.
He's
here.
6
Gibson's
feet
checked in.
above him.
Wisconsin going with almost an entirely new group here. Wisconsin trails by 5. Peyton outside. And it's blocked by Edwards. Outside Williams. And a wide open look for Freak. Walker with the rebound.
Oh my God.
And
that was right where
jump shots go, that's
to be.
what you have to continue to try and get.
I don't know how that one stayed out.
Edwards, he's in at center. Mitchell is out there with Williams. Then it's Johnson, and it's Carter in at the 1.
And the hot shooting continues.
Yeah, along with the lack of defense we've seen, Greg, neither team really expending much energy when it comes to protecting the basket either. It's been all offense all the time.
Edwards, that's good.
This game's still very much up in the air. I mean, this is where you start to separate the men from the boys and where heroes are born.
And one team looking to ice the win, the other hoping to force OT. I think right now you lean on your stars and get the ball to Freak every chance you get to try and come away here with the title.
Damn.
And Arizona making a change here. Edwards is checked in. Arizona leading by 6. Lawson kicks to Johnson. 59 seconds left in the second half of basketball. Good on the shot.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially
Timeout.
here today. I mean, his shooting
By
percentage is
Wisconsin.
off the charts.
Let's go, boys. We've got 56 seconds until we win.
Don't be afraid to make the extra pass. If it's open, take it.
Let's go.
Mitchell, he's checked in for Lewis. Hill, he's checked in for Wisconsin. Hawkins comes in for Kaminsky. Hawkins with it. Now Lawson defending. The Badgers working the ball around now. It's in! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture. Clutch.
Passes it to Edwards. It's up a 3.
Oh.
Passes it out to Johnson. And so they foul intentionally.
Oh, yes.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Oh, intentional foul.
Whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect.
I'm thinking about
sports,
staying.
So it makes sense for him to think
an extra
about
year.
staying beyond this season. Still, with Freak's draft stock rising, this could be his final game as a collegiate player. No mistakes there. Good free throws to give them just a little bit more cushion.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Evans outside. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll
Question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And the free throw, no good.
Go, Gerd.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Now Arizona with it. Here's Edwards. And it
What?
hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall
Dang
through.
it.
Now Fisher. Heaton. It's off. So Arizona
Yeah, we won the championships. National championships.
Every step of the way. Right now, guys, there is no better feeling for them as they are the last
Woo!
team standing in this
Let's
terrific tournament.
go,
You said, I mean, all
boy.
the hard work, the blood, sweat, and tears. Now you see it paying off at this very moment.
There's been a ton of sacrifice along the way. I mean, from the kids and their
Arizona
parents and support staff.
Wildcats
They
pull
took
off
the school to the top of the college
the
basketball
win
world
at
right
the
now.
national
Well, it's been a
championships.
blast to be with you guys and our great fans all tournament long. On behalf of the entire 2K sports team and this crew in particular, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for joining us.
Now the question is, do I want to stay for an extra year or go to the next? Go on to NBA. Go pro.
Hello?
Hey, Ma, it's me.
Hey, Frequency.
I got you on speakerphone.
Okay, your sister there?
Hey, Mama, I'm right here.
Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Yvette's here too, Mama.
Hi, Mama. How you doing? I'm fine.
Does she have to be here?
Yes. Mr. Pagnotti, the agent I was telling you about, he's in the room too.
How you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. Nice to meet you.
What a pleasure to finally meet the clean mother of this young, talented man, even if only by telephone.
That's sweet. Hang on, Frequency. Here comes your father.
All right.
Hey, sorry I'm late.
Hope everyone's well.
How you doing, Mr. P?
Doing good.
So let's get to it.
Yeah, let's do this. We all know why we're here. This meeting is strictly confidential, 100% off the record. Didn't happen. We weren't even here. Peach?
Hi, bud.
Peach means
Hi.
in Italian. Peach? Freak insisted that I have his entire family here. I think it's great that he has a good support system around him. I've been doing this a very long time. I work with some of the best. Now, let me rephrase that. I work with the best. And the best always seem to have a great support system around them. A family, if you will. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So let's cut to the chase. Leaving college early now and entering this year's NBA
How's
draft
school?
is the right
Good.
move right now.
Have any
You sign
homework?
with me,
Nope.
Tom Pagnotti, as
All
your
done?
agent. I will make
Yep.
sure you are well taken
What'd
care
you
of.
have?
I will make sure you are
Well, I
protected.
didn't really have
This freaking
anything.
environment, I love
None.
freaking environment. This freaking environment thing you do when you get hot freak, we're
Did
gonna make
you
you more money
talk
off
to
the
that
court than you
teacher
were
about
on.
that?
We already
Fixing
had
that
negotiated
grade?
some things
Yeah,
we had in
he
mind,
for some reason it didn't save,
Oh, okay.
but he went in and it saved it this time.
So now it's good?
Yeah,
That's why I'm here.
What do you have in there?
an A.
Like I told you
Hey?
before,
Yeah.
I already promised my parents 4 years of college. It's a plan, man.
That's right.
Plans change, freak. Listen, in life and in basketball, you need to adapt and change to the situation at hand. Now, even if you have the greatest coach and they draw up the greatest play, and all the X's and O's make perfect sense on paper, you still need to react to what the defense shows you and then make your move. This is the right move. This is the right move now. 4 years of college is a great plan for basically anybody. But you're not just anybody. You are the greatest collegiate talent I have ever seen shoot, dribble, pass, and defend a basketball my entire time on this great planet Earth. Now, Miss Martha, Mr. Pete, I have seen so many of the greats jump right from high school to the pros. Freak, you've at least experienced college. You know what that is. You've been there. You've done that. I am offering you now a chance at the experience of a lifetime. Do you know how many people would love to be in those Jordans right now?
Yeah, freak. I mean, what if you get hurt? You remember how you came down on your ankle in that game earlier this year?
Oh, yeah, but I was nothing.
Right, we know it was nothing, but next time it could be something.
I saw that. Good game. But BAM! Just like that, and you could be flipping burgers. Maybe not flipping burgers. Maybe you're the manager or assistant manager at some burger joint. Maybe I do a favor and make a call, and you're a delivery boy at Sal's Famous Pizzeria. But the bottom line is, you will be a long, long, long ways away from signing multi-million-dollar contracts with me, Dom Pagnotti, as your agent.
So it's all about the money, right?
When was it not all about the money?
Money isn't everything.
No, it isn't, sir, and no disrespect was meant. But freak, money is freedom. The freedom of choice, the freedom to live. Money is the difference between renting and owning, between being the waiter and being waited on. It's the difference between being the chauffeur or being chauffeured. Now, do you want to be a chauffeur? This here is a contract. This makes me your agent. Sign on the dotted line, and I will take you and your family to the promised land.
Like I said, Mr. Pagnotti, it's not all about the money.
Pete, let the man finish.
He made his point. He's finished. Aren't you finished?
I said my piece, but I know I'm right. You guys can talk.
What if Frequency does get hurt? Shouldn't he take this opportunity now?
What if the boy goes pro, gets hurt, and then doesn't have a college degree? Look how hard we worked for him to get to where he is.
But college isn't for everybody. Pete, you didn't go.
That's why we worked so hard for him.
Just saying. I mean, if he's ready to do this now as opposed to later, Pete, anything can happen.
You're right. Anything could happen. This is his future. This
You're
is
not
his life.
listening to me, Pete.
Not just a game.
All right, Mom, Pops. Sorry. Look, truth be told, I don't even know what I want to do right now.
I understand you.
But I was talking to my boy Vic the other day.
Why?
And he was making a lot of sense. He thinks I should leave early, too.
You know what? I've kept quiet this whole time, and I also think that Freak should join the league. I think it's a great business decision, and I think that Mr. Pagnotti is absolutely right.
Thank you, Yvette.
You're welcome.
Now, Freak, I know for a fact that people have been talking about the company you keep, and you need to be careful. It could compromise what we're trying to do here.
What are you trying to say?
You know, your association with that guy Victor off the court, it could compromise your selection in a draft. As a matter of fact, I know it will. Do you realize the difference in dollars between being drafted first overall and 21st? You're talking tens of millions of dollars. You don't get it, do you? Cece, our first sneaker deal alone, you're talking a difference of a $50 to $100 million difference just by that. Number one, that's what we need. If I were not 1,000% convinced in my mind and in my heart that we could get you drafted first overall, I wouldn't be like this. This is the play. This is the move, Freak. You've got to listen to me.
I absolutely hear you, but who are they to tell me who I can't hang with my brother?
No, Freak, you need to listen to him. I've been telling you the same exact thing.
Mr. Dom, Frequency and Victor grew up together. They're best friends. We took the boy in and practically adopted him.
Martha, I told you that boy ain't nothing but trouble.
He's family.
Okay, but that's my boy, and he agrees with
It's
y'all.
not about agreeing with Vic. We're trying to prepare you for your future.
You know, but it is his future.
This is none of your business.
Excuse
Don't
me?
even
Wait,
know
Freak,
why.
you still have a decision to make. Sign with me, yes
None of
or
your
no.
business. None of
Can
your
I-
business.
Yes.
Can I just interrupt for 1 second? Everybody just settle down, please. Now, I appreciate you all taking the time in this heated discussion, but the truth of the matter is, there's only one person in the room that can make this decision. Now, son, you know how I feel.
Right.
Education is the most important thing in life, but this is your choice. It's not your mother's or your sister's or mine. It's not your girlfriend. It's not Mr. Pagnotti's. And it definitely ain't Vicky's. This is your decision, son. So you tell us what you want to do.
I need 30 seconds, Freak. Okay. I have 4 beautiful children, and I want each of them to go to college and graduate. But if you walked up to any one of those 4 children right now and said, I will give you a contract that's worth $100, $200, $300 million, I would say, bypass college. You can always go back. I want you to graduate. I want you to get your doctorate. I want to call you Dr. Freak, but you need to understand this. Now, you can go all over this beautiful country that we live in and go into any of the major universities. You will find people that are 30, 40, 50, 60, 80 years old, and you will find them graduating. But if you live to be 500 years old, you will never see ever somebody 40, 50, 60 years old being drafted from college into the NBA. We need to strike while the iron is hot. This is your life. We will get you drafted first overall. You will be up there with all the big names. I'm not talking first rounder, I'm talking first overall. Listen to me, this is what
Mr.
I do.
Pagnotti,
I am the best at what I
You
do.
have had
Nobody
your
is
30
better.
seconds plus.
Miss Martha, I am sorry. You just need to
Pagnotti,
understand me.
would you please let my wife speak?
I apologize.
Frequency. Baby, what do you want to do?
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna have Cece go through this contract, front to back. And think about it, sleep on it, pray on it. And I will call you in the morning.
All right. Listen, Mr. Pete, Miss Martha, it was a pleasure meeting the two of you over telephone, and I look forward to meeting you both in person. Remember, everybody, this meeting never took place. We weren't even here. Capiche?
Capiche.
Okay.
All right, Mom, Pops, I'm gonna call you guys later. I love you.
Love you,
I love you too, son. Bye.
Good evening and welcome to the NBA Draft.
Wait, so it immediately puts me...
With the first pick in the NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Karl Anthony Towns from the University of Kentucky.
86 overall. Damn.
With the second pick in the NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select D'Angelo Russell from The Ohio State University.
Ohio State.
With the third pick in the NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Jahlil Okafor from Duke University.
All these guys are extremely higher than me.
With the fourth pick in the NBA Draft, the New York Knicks select Kristaps Porzingis from Latvia. With the fifth pick in the NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic select Mario Hezonja from Dubrovnik, Croatia. With the 6th pick in the NBA draft, the Sacramento Kings select Willie Cauley-Stein from the University of Kentucky. With the 7th pick in the NBA draft, the Denver Nuggets select Emmanuel Mudiay from Dallas, Texas. With the 8th pick in the NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons select Stanley Johnson from the University of Arizona. With the 9th pick in the NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Frank Kaminsky from the University of Wisconsin. With the 10th pick in the NBA draft, the Miami Heat select Justice Winslow from Duke University. With the 11th pick in the NBA draft, the Indiana Pacers select Miles Turner from the University of Texas. With the 12th pick in the NBA draft, the Utah Jazz select Trey Lyles from the University of Kentucky. With the 13th pick in the NBA draft, the Phoenix Suns select Devin Booker from the University of Kentucky. With the 14th pick in the NBA draft, the Oklahoma City Thunder select Cameron Payne from Murray State University. With the 15th pick in the NBA draft, the Atlanta Hawks select
I'm going to the Raptors. How really wonderful.
We met working at the post office together. Mark was a clerk and I was a carrier. And
okay, yeah, I'm gonna skip all that.
Let's do this, young man.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Frequency Vibrations. Welcome aboard, young man. Welcome aboard.
What?
Wow. Wow. This is bananas.
Take your time, baby.
Thanks, Mom. Okay, so Mom, Dad, I couldn't have done this without you. I like to thank my lady Yvette. My dude, Big.
Hey, oh, I got you, man. And all them in the building all day, yo.
Aye.
Yeah, I love you, man.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like my brother. Oh, gosh. And also, I want to thank my sister, Cece, who is also my manager. Well, Swish, love you.
I love you more.
And my agent, Mr. Don Pagnotti himself.
You the man, baby.
I guess I will take some questions now. Yes, ma'am.
How did you get the nickname Freak?
A lot of people don't know this, but Freak is short for my very first nickname, Frequency Vibrations.
Yeah, true story. I like to introduce our mother so she could tell it.
Go ahead.
You know, Mama.
Tell Mama.
You know, Mama.
Go get her, Mom.
Thank you, everyone. Frequency and Cece are fraternal twins. And so when I was pregnant, one of them kept kicking and jumping around all the time. So my husband, Pete, put headphones on my belly and played reggae music.
Hence the name Frequency Vibrations.
We shortened it to Freak.
How did you know who was kicking?
Our mother knows. Our mother always knows.
Are you ready for a photo op?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next NBA superstar, Frequency Vibrations.
Go ahead, son.
Thank you all for coming. We will be available for one-on-ones in the back. Good job. Well done.
Congratulations, son.
This is a big step in my NBA career. Okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna end it here because only
All right.
I want to play
You all know
more
why we're here and
than on video than I do right now. So, see ya.